all over. Now, with this innings, this is something that was building up from the last match, but in the last match was the one failure that Virat Kohli had against South Africa. Now with this innings, he's managed to become the highest run getter in T20 World Cups. This is a record that, he was building up towards. He's obviously overtaken Jayawardene. Another feat, another feather, Manipaji, in Virat Kohli's cap.
See, he's a kind of a player, once he gets into that rhythm, then he's not going to leave it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been criticized for the past 2-3 years. He's not got a century. I think that break didn't help him, that break during the pandemic. But, he's somebody you can rely on, that once he starts getting runs, he's not going to let it go, because he realizes the importance of it. And look at the passion he's got, when he's batting, that, that passion on his face, that passion when he's hitting boundaries or sixes, or when he's running between the wickets. At this age also, I mean, you can see his fitness level. Running between the wickets is so brilliant, and he makes the partners run as well.
Actually, he is still the fittest guy in the team. I mean, his work ethic and his fitness regime is like on par with most other athletes, not just cricketers.
I think he competes with other athletes, which is very important. And he knows that he's the #1 batsman in the world, and he competes with himself as well, because he said it in a couple of interviews that I don't have any other pressures except myself. That the expectations about anybody else, if they have from him, but the expectations he has from himself. And till you have that feeling, when you're expecting things from yourself, only then can you do what Virat Kohli has just done. And it was a matter of time, basically. I was always getting this feeling that once he starts getting in, he's going to prove his critics wrong, because he's a class act. We all know about it. And he's done exactly that, and this is exactly what India need, and I hope he keeps doing it. If we have to win the World Cup, I think he's going to play a very important role.
Yeah. You said something very interesting, that Virat's the #1 batsman in the world. Now, even as he came into this World Cup, Deep, maybe there was a question mark or two. And over the last year or so, we've seen how, Babar versus Virat, comparison has been drawn. Do you think this World Cup already so far, Kohli has settled that debate?
Yeah, he's settled quite a few debates, to be honest, over the years. But, obviously, I mean, he's one of the GOATs going around. Definitely he's earned a place, earned a place for himself in that debate for sure. I'm not just talking about this generation. I'm talking about greatest of all time as far as at least white ballers cricket is concerned. So, yeah, I mean, that's how great he is. I mean, obviously he's a modern day great. There's no two ways about it. At this point in time, if you want one name on your team sheet across formats, it has to be Virat's. Yes, Babar is very good. Kane has gone down a bit because of his elbow injury. His tennis elbow, I don't think is recovered as yet. Steve Smith in Test match cricket, yes, maybe not the other formats. Joe Root again in Test match cricket, maybe not the other formats. As far as all three formats are concerned, if you have to pick a batter to save your life, it has to be Virat.
Right. That's the table now. He's overtaken Jayawardene, who was still before him, the highest run getter in T20 World Cups. So 1,065 for Virat Kohli now. This is, of course, a list that has, the top 4 has a list of 2 Indians, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Who else? But these 2 geniuses on board. Baswaraju is calling us from Chennai. Baswaraju, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask, our captain, Indian captain, is not doing well. Why you don't talk about him a lot?
We actually do talk about him a lot. But Baswaraju, since you're talking about it, let's talk about Rohit Sharma. Manipaji.
No, Baswaraju, we've spoken about Rohit Sharma. I think, I've been saying that he should stay at the wicket when when the openers come, and they should give the license to KL Rahul. But probably they've decided, team management has decided the other way around, that Rohit is going to go after the bowling, and KL Rahul could take his time to settle down. I think the mistake that the Indian captain is making is that he's trying to hit every ball for a boundary. Now, that's not going to happen, because this is international cricket, and he's playing against a country's team where the best 5 bowlers from that country are going to bowl against him. So I think he's got to be in a positive frame of mind, that when he gets a boundary ball, he should hit it for a boundary, and if he's not getting boundaries, then keeps rotating strikes. I think that's a mistake that he's making, and I'm sure with the the batting coach there and with Rahul Dravid there, things are going to change, because now we are going to come to the business end of this World Cup. And I am hoping that he starts getting runs, because we know when the captain starts getting runs, if the team is doing good, they'll start doing really well. And he has to play, he has to get runs, because that will be very important for India if we have to win the World Cup. I just said that Virat Kohli is going to play an important role, but our captain is an impact player, so he's got to get runs and get that confidence before we get into the semi-finals.
The other player we, of course, was talking about a lot was KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma's opening partner. We were talking about how there's so much faith being placed in his ability by the team management. You've had Vikram Rathore earlier, and then Rahul Dravid come out and say there's no question over KL Rahul and his position. And it just was a matter of time before KL Rahul was to come good. And for India's chances, he needed to come good. So, Deep, finally, it's good to see KL Rahul doing as well as he did today.
Absolutely. And again, going back to his knock today, remember I mentioned about him trying to play score of the wicket a lot more. Today, if you've noticed, first 10 odd deliveries or at least 15 deliveries, he was looking to play with a straighter bat. Even the flick of the hips for a six, it wasn't a horizontal bat shot. So the idea was obviously now he's looking to play a lot straighter, looking to play like his usual self. That's personally my observation, that earlier on he was looking to play score of the wicket